Have the roaring 20s left you feeling a little too financially secure? Tired of stable employment, rising wages, and boring economic prosperity? Ask your local broker about stock market crash.
Warning: stock market crash is not recommended for individuals who rely on jobs, homes, or hope. Do not use stock market crash if you're currently operating a bank, farming in the Midwest, or have recently invested everything you own into speculative stocks. Side effects may include sudden unemployment, relocation to a hobo camp, intense distrust of Wall Street, superlated meals 3 times a day, a loss of life savings, spontaneous formation of labor unions, dramatic increase in flannel clothing and harmonica use, delusions of eventual recovery. In rare cases, stock market crash may cause a complete collapse of global capitalism, a rise in authoritarian regimes, or widespread existential despair.
Ask your broker. Is stock market crash is right for you today?
Great Depression Basics.
Triggered by the stock market crash of 1929. While the crash was the spark, deeper problems like overconfidence in the market, failing banks, and environmental disasters made it worse. The crisis led to huge changes in how governments responded to economic collapse, especially in the U.S., where Roosevelt launched the New Deal. On October 29, 1929, the stock market collapsed. This day would become known as Black Tuesday. It wasn't just a bad day on Wall Street, it triggered panic across the country. Investors lost billions, and banks that had overextended themselves began to fail. People rushed to withdraw their savings, only to find the money was already gone. The crash didn't cause the Great Depression all by itself, but it was the catalyst that set a global economic crisis in motion. In the years that followed, the economy spiraled downward. By 1933, unemployment in the United States reached 25%. Factories shut down. Farmers couldn't sell their crops. People lost their homes, their savings, and their sense of security. Shantytowns called Hooverville sprang up across the country, named bitterly after President Hoover, whose response was widely seen as inadequate. In rural areas, the Dust Bowl added an environmental catastrophe to the mix, forcing thousands to flee their land in search of work and survival. In 1933, Franklin D. Roosevelt was elected president. His New Deal aimed to stabilize the economy and provide relief to those suffering. It brought sweeping reforms, jobs programs, banking regulations, and the creation of social safety nets like Social Security. FDR's approach didn't end the Depression overnight, but it helped restore confidence and laid the foundation for long-term recovery. It focused on three main goals, often called the 3 Rs. 1. Relief, immediate help for people suffering from poverty and unemployment. 2. Recovery efforts to get the economy back on track. 3. Reform, long-term changes to prevent future economic disasters. The New Deal didn't end the Great Depression completely. That happened later with the economic boost from World War II, but it restored public confidence, saved families from total ruin, and forever changed the role of government in American life. It showed that the federal government could and should step in during times of crisis to support people and stabilize the economy.